Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, and if you don't, you're going to find out today, President-elect Donald Trump signed an order releasing all the documents pertaining to JFK, Robert Kennedy, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination to be released. All of them. Oh, that's a fantastic news. And that's a big news. Should be only for the weasels. Only the weasels, the bottom feeders, the people who want something to be hidden would not celebrate this historic order. It's fantastic. How did Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s family respond to that? How do you think? Well, before we go and read their response, they failed to mention one thing. But let's say you are in the shoes of, or you have a situation in which your, let's say, father or grandfather was assassinated, and here comes this guy who's the only one after 50 years, only one who comes out and says, you know what, Gigi or whomever, I will release all the documents pertaining to your father's assassination or grandfather or your relative. What would you do? Thank you very much. They would be the first word I would utter. I would yell, thank you very much. You're a fantastic individual. I would tell President, whomever that is, Democrat, Republican, I don't care. But no, Martin Luther King family's response does not include thank you. Has everything else. It also demands something. So the family demands the president to do something for them. But there's no thank you in their response. Now, I don't know about you, but that should have been the first thing that I would do. Thank you very much for doing that. Just a personal note, and I will read the, I would say just Martin Luther King's family's request and lack of thank you. I would say that I was never, and I am never fond of the family coming and trying to speak in my name. So let's say I'm not Martin Luther King, I'm someone who was assassinated, and then my family comes over and I have some hair here. What the hell? Comes and my family is going to apologize for my deeds, or my family will say what's right and what's wrong in my name. No, you are you, I am I. That's why I have no sympathy for the first ladies or the first gentlemen, however you want to call them, who just married to the guy who actually is the guy, the person, let's put it this way, because I don't care if it's a woman or a man, right? So in charge. So the husband or the wife of this guy, just be nice. You have nothing. This guy is the guy. The same here. I don't want Melania Trump to come and tell us how fantastic and she's going to make policies. And no, it's your husband. The same thing with Dr. Jill Biden and so on. Or Michael Obama. I'm sorry, Michelle Obama. All right, Michelle Obama. So let's read this little note. Request is not only no thank yous. Request. So Daily Beast. Martin Luther King's family. Oh, these guys are very, very. They don't use reverend and doctor and so on. Very offensive. Response to Trump's assassination files order with a request. That's the response. So I'm going to give you $1 that I don't have to give you. Trump did not have to do this. He would have been just a weasel like everybody else before him. He does this and they say, oh, you know what? I want a request. And the request between you and I don't think it's valid. They can have the request, but I don't think it's valid, actually. And I will explain. I mean, if it's legal, what they ask or they request, that's perfect, But on the other hand, what's the point? You'll see the request here. This is the guy who did this fantastic job, this guy right here. Martin Luther King's family responded to Donald Trump's move to order the declassification of records linked to the assassination of the American civil rights activist more than 50 years ago. All right, here is the thing. So this is the post. The Martin Luther King Jr. Center. Statement released today from the King family. The declassification of assassination files. You're not going to see thank you here. Today, our family has learned that President Trump has ordered the declassification of the remaining records pertaining to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and our father, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Should be here. Thank you. Or right here on the top. For us, it's for us. The assassination of our father is deeply personal family loss. Correct. That we have, not only, it's your father, but it's still, he himself have endured over the last 56 years. We hope to be provided the opportunity to review the files as a family prior to its public release. At this time, the King family is not taking any interviews as they await further information. You can look down here, it's the same thing, and this is obviously Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream, which was plagiarized, wasn't it? Who wrote his speech? Go and look for Mr. Stein and find out. All right, doesn't really matter. There were a lot of Steins with the civil rights movement, which was fantastic, but the problem was it was hijacked. It was done not to promote, but to take away. I mean, we promote that, but take away. So go and look at one of Martin Luther King's, the main one, speechwriter. Just a fact. Don't get mad, buddy. All right? I know you don't, but anyway. And another thing, the thing with I Have a Dream about, I think that was written, not written, was written, I think in the Senate by another black, I think it was a senator, I can't remember exactly, but it was someone before him who said the same thing. I believe, I have a dream. So the I have a dream, like Dr. Martin Luther King's dissertation thesis for his doctorate PhD degrees. Go and check that out. I know it's only conspiracy theories. It's okay, man. That would not put any shadow on what he did as a man, with the courage and how he was used by other interests. I think he was a part of the communist, or he danced a little bit with the communists. It doesn't matter, right? Well, it matters. He was he was tapped by eavesdrops by FBI and so on. Well, which should be done if you become, according to those guys, national security threat. I mean, you're with the communists and you want to destroy this and you do this. I think, anyway. So let's go to the family. So they want to look at them first. Why? As a family, what would they change? Okay, so you look at it first. To do what exactly? To approve or disapprove? Is that public record? If that's public record, now remember, they didn't even say thank you for the big thing that Trump did for them. And then they come to ask for something else. Is that how you do? Is that how you do it? Someone gives you. Trump gave them. It was in his power. He could have just ignored it. And he could have just say, okay, I'm going to get the two whiteys. How about that? The Kennedys. And forget about this guy. No, he included him in all that. And the answer is, you know what? I want more. I want this. First, thank you very much. And then maybe I'm going to talk to you again. That's how I would do. I don't know about you. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Everything I said about Martin Luther King here is true. Verifiable. True. Right? Accurate. So it's not like I have a problem with the guy. No, he was a fantastic individual for his time. Well, he liked ladies of the night and he liked to smack Coretta or whatever her name is and so on. That's a different story. We're not perfect. But on the other hand, that's how myths are created. Now, you want to look into Nelson Mandela's myth? You want to look into others? Yeah, all right, don't worry. My problem here is with this situation is no thank you. Maybe the family already said thank you. The article did not mention that again at all. And that was a statement from the Robert F. Kennedy, from Martin Luther King's center. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Thank you. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.